Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining. So, guys, as we are discussing about the hotel industry or the tourism industry from so many days, probably there is one more data point which has come up. It was in yesterday's news. I'm not sure whether he told me that it is it has come in one of the articles. It shows that the hotel industry is said to be rise by the rising FTA, foreign tourist arrival in India, has been around 10.5 million tourists in India, and it has led to increase in domestic luxury stays. That they were discussing about probably the foreign tourists are the one who has a higher luxury stays. The mid-cap luxury hotels like Leela and Chalet hotels have shown a faster growth due to the small revenue base as compared to IHCL. Now, IHCL revenue has declined from almost 2 to 3% in the last quarter. But obviously, it is because of the higher base. But smaller companies like Leela and Chalet hotels have done exceptionally well. Yesterday, we were punching numbers, and what I saw is the Chalet hotels, your Leela hotels has a much revenue per room than Taj hotels. So I was just curious about to know now how is that possible? Though the occupancy rate of your Leela hotels is low at 69%, but Taj is at 78%. So that's not that high. But the revenue was something around 10,000 for Taj and something 14,000 for Leela. So as of Q2 FY26, that says that it has an ADR, that is average daily rental, is around 19.3 thousand, 19.3, whereas of Taj is around somewhere around 14,000. So I was quite shocked to see all those data points. The task that I've told you to on the weekend to punch numbers. So we were punching numbers and I found this interesting thing. That day I was talking about the travelers. You should talk about the travelers in India. Probably was 10.5 million. So I don't have the number of previous year. What was the previous year? But if anyone has this number, just let me know. That calendar year, the 10.5 million has done this calendar year. And this calendar year hasn't yet finished. Till now, 10.5. So that is around 10 crore people have been visiting India. Sorry, 1 crore people have been visiting. Foreign tourists has been coming to India, and that is you see a luxury growth in those. That is why you see a growth in those luxury properties. Okay. Okay, whether you want to add something, this. Okay.
Sir, almost it has been covered by you. And
okay, fine.
Yes.
Yesterday there was something about the tourism again, the Indian tourism hospitality sector. This was in one of the articles, this Travel World. Hospital sector is set for a record growth to touch nearly $60 billion by 2028. The Indian tourism hospital sector is poised for substantial growth, potentially reaching 60 billion, primarily driven by domestic tourism. The visitor spending is projected to triple by 2034. Now, this is I will say a longer view, but what I feel is the main driver number of domestic visitors expecting to double from 2.5 million to 5.2 million. Now, with the domestic tourism or domestic tourist doubling, it is also the spending power as that has led to increase in the tourism. Even if you go out now, you are preferring a much premium stays. We remain positive on the domestic hospitality led by the demand supply mismatch. This is FTA. FTA is foreign tourist arrival. Increased corporate travel and MICE will add revenue per room. Tourism hospitality sector poised for a record growth. ये मुझे ऐसे ही गूगल करते करते मिला. So I will say ना अगर इंटरव्यू में जाना है तो पूरा टूरिज्म सेक्टर यू शुड नो इन एंड आउट. टूरिज्म में क्या हो रहा है? Let's say there was Darshi has made a news on Jubilant Foodworks. Darshi, anything on Jubilant Foodworks?
Yes. In
Yeah.
Jubilant Foodworks, it was 1 second. A profit nearly at the triples. So the revenue of the mainly came from the Domino's, Dunkin's, Domino's, and Hong Kitchen and Poppins. So they cover all the they cover all the they cover all the Sorry.
Darshi, now okay, EBITDA has increased for Jubilant Jubilant
Yes,
Food.
EBITDA has increased the 19.5 year-on-year, and the 476 crore is increased, and EBITDA margin also increased for 20.3%.
20.3%, yeah, this is
Yeah.
20%, and last year it was around the same. But yeah, EBITDA has increased a lot, and the sales have also increased year on year. So, guys, the question is, so Darshi, now we are tracking since you have joined a few days later. There is some video where we have told how to track this resale season. Now, why it increased? What is the reason? What led to the increase? How is Domino's poised? Where is the revenue coming from? So before talking about the revenue growth, you have to talk about what is the business doing. Okay. So those things you get it into your your quarterly report, or I will say your conference calls. So see over
Okay.
here, you will see in a conference call was actually it happened yesterday. Okay.
Yeah.
So now, if you go, you see, you'll find this file over here. Listen to the conference call, and कल आके मुझे ये बताना कि sir ये exactly Jubilant Food में हुआ क्या है. Okay, you will get all detailed information over there. The
Okay.
conference call. So कैसा होता है when you are an analyst and you are in the when you come in the morning call and present the news. So obviously Jubilant Lifestyle wasn't a news. ये कोई news नहीं था. Corporate action नहीं था. It is a regular thing that happens every quarter. Now, what has happened in the quarter, you should know how much revenue increase, how much decline. So you have to have an Excel file with you for that. And plus you have to read the conference call before talking on the result. This is usually the
Okay.
practice which is followed in the industry. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. So just go through it. It's a good news because it is related to your tourism sector only. And I'm not sure what happened in Jubilant Food. Jubilant is up 7% today. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Vaidehi?
Hello, sir. There was
Yeah.
like I was reading the transcripts of the phone calls, and
Mhm.
like about the hotel industry. Last year it was a major peak, and the reason was the Mahakumbh Mela, and another reason was the Coldplay concert. So these played major impact on tourism on hotel industry, and afterwards in quarter one there was like Operation Sindoor was there, where which really affected, and also the Kashmir attack. These were the two main reasons where hotel industry has dropped their revenue. So this was the analysis I did.
I didn't get it. Hotel industry. So what happened? So what?
So there was a high revenue last year in hotel industry, and the reason was Coldplay concert and the Mahakumbh
Acha,
Mela.
okay.
Yes,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I was reading the concourse, and I got to know that in quarter one and two there was a sudden drop, and the
Huh.
reason behind this was Operation Sindoor and also the Kashmir attack.
Okay. Questions. Okay.
Yes. So this might be in coming few days, hotel industries are again booming because of the wedding
Then
season and festive seasons.
correct.
So
हाँ,
this
ये
is
तो हम
these
बात कर ही रहे हैं.
fluctuations that I've understand.
Yeah, this we are talking about, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, fine. Okay. Ashutosh, anything on the cars?
Yes, good morning, sir. So there was a analysis by Jato Dynamics wherein they projected that the passenger vehicle sales would reach up to 750K in FY25 from 700K for FY24.
You can say
So
1,000. While speaking, you can say 1,000.
yes, 750,000 projected for FY25. So this is majorly driven by compact SUVs. As we can see, the passengers are unwilling to buy the micro cars. That is the mini cars, that is Espresso and Alto K10, in which their volumes decreased by 37% for September month year on year. And the majority models focus in this segment are the compact SUVs are Nexon, 3XO venue, in which, just a second, sir. In which Tiago and Nexon together posted a 97% increase in their volumes for September month. Then Hyundai venue sales reached to 11,484 units in September 25, up 12% year on year. Also, however, in case of Mahindra has a strong momentum due to its Thar and Scorpio. Those are the larger SUVs, wherein the sales in Thar rose 37% year on year, and Scorpio sales rose 27% year on year. And sir, the overall mini segment of Maruti posted a decrease of 11%, majorly due to, as I discussed, espresso sales decreased by
So you
37%.
cannot be the reason. Why are you saying like this? Because तुमने जो लिखा है वो तो मैंने बोला था, write it in paragraphs. Why are you not writing? If you write so big, see, presentation is the most important part. तुमने अभी जो बोला है किसी को कुछ समझ में नहीं आया, या फिर तुम सिर्फ डेटा ही दे रहे हो. You are not making a story out of it.
Sir, I've wrote in paragraph, but
नहीं, not paragraph. Small paragraph. It's so big paragraph. इतने बड़े paragraph, how will you present? You don't know where to stop, where to start, and you actually don't know.
Yes, sir. I guess the data is more in my.
The data. So you have to frame that data. If I want to frame, okay, Satiran has written. Satiran, you can tell your news.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. This was the same news.
Yeah, that's what.
Small car
Yes,
sales surged to about 5 years high, which was about 749,000 units between September and November 2025. The surge is mainly due to strong demand of compact SUVs, which was also supported by a recent 10% GST rate cut. Interestingly, every second vehicle sold in this period is likely a compact SUV. The number was initially 478,000 units in 2021, which was up by about 56% in 2025. The demand for these cars rises across urban and rural markets because of aggressive discounts and easy financing by the automakers.
Okay. So Ashutosh, see, what was the
Yes,
Satiran? Good one. Good one. Now you have mentioned more data. Now Satiran, you have not given the data which Ashutosh has given.
Yes.
See, when you talk about small car, Ashutosh, small car is, you said that it will be small car sales to increase by to double by to drive sale. Compact SUVs to drive sale in the next 5 years. But compact SUV may drive small car sales to 5 years high. Okay. Now how much? How much they have sold? Where is that data? Ashutosh, I'm talking to you. Where is that data?
Sir, that is for FY25 they have sold 699,000 units.
No, you wrote 750,000 units. You also told, but you have not written it in your news.
Sir, that is, I have not added it in the newsletter. I just told it. Sir,
This surge was
699.
led by. Sorry.
699,000 were for FY24, and the estimated figure for FY25 was 749K.
Satiran, what he has said, the small car sales increased to 5 years high of about 750,000 units. Okay, between September and November. Now, why?
Yes.
This surge was because of strong demand for a compact SUVs, aided by recent 10% GST cut. So every single car sold in India was every second vehicle sold in India was a compact SUV. The small car sales were initially 478,000, which has increased by about 56%. The demand for these cars across it is rising across urban and rural because of aggressive discount, easy financing by automakers. Now this was the short news by Satyavan. Now you have more detailed the news. What you have said, the surge is led by compact SUVs such as Hyundai Venue, Tata Nexon, Tiago. Sorry. See, now the problem is when you write your letter, The surge is led by compact SUVs such as, one second, I'll open it. The surge is led by compact SUVs such as Hyundai Venue, Tata Nexon, and Tiago. Stop. With Tiago and Tata posting a 97% year-on-year volume growth in September alone. Then we talk about Venue. Now, Hyundai Venue recorded a sales of 11,000 units. You don't have to be specific, 11,484.
Okay.
Or 11, it is approximately 11,500. So Hyundai recorded a units of approximately 11,500 in September, which is up 12% year-on-year. In contrast, Mahindra's stronger momentum in large SUVs with Thar and Scorpio rising 37% and 27% respectively.
Respectively. Okay.
हाँ, वो डेटा पॉइंट हर बार मिस नहीं करना है, you don't have to mix it every time. And then in the small cars, what happened in the small cars?
Yeah.
Maruti Suzuki, Alto, K10 sales continue to decline as buyers are upgrading to larger feature-rich cars. With Alto, feature-rich car, okay, which Alto sales decreases 37%, whereas the mini segment overall decreased by 11%. That's it. So we can clearly see that the trend is moving towards premiumization. मैंने कितना easily बोला, तुम्हारा ही न्यूज़ बोला मैंने.
Right, sir.
You have to practice also while telling. Now, when you start, you have to actually read it. कि मैं क्या बोलना चाहता हूँ. I today also, I write those news. जो मुझे बोलना है वो. Because if you don't write it, you cannot present it in front of people. And उसमें थोड़ा अभी देखो मैंने कल एक वीडियो पोस्ट किया था. I'm just trying to post this video. So it becomes difficult. Okay, it becomes difficult to talk in front of the camera. But try to do it. Try to write it first. जैसे तुमने ये किया है ना, मुझे ना ऐसा का ऐसा लिखो. There's disturbance. What I'm saying, the way you have written it over here, try to write it as you have to talk. कि यही पढ़ के बताना है. And with a conversation point of view. उसके बाद क्या? Link those things. Stop in between. तो जहाँ पे stop होता है वहाँ पे paragraph होते हैं. Okay.
Yes, sir.
कॉन्वर्जेशन होना चाहिए. जब तक वो कॉन्वर्जेशन नहीं होता है तो मटक अटक के बोलोगे, इसका मतलब यू ओनली डोंट नो द न्यूज. बिकॉज ये सब न्यूज ना बिना देखे बोलना है. बिना देखे तुमको क्या क्या याद रहने वाला है. Bobby also have a data on the cars. Bobby?
Yes. So basically, my news would be talking about that Supreme Court suggested a phased ban on luxury petrol and diesel car to boost EV adoption without impacting the common man. So basically, the EV sales in India has increased, has doubled to 5% in the first half of FY26, and this is led by Tata Motors with 38%, MG Motors with 29%, and M&M by 21%. But actually, compared to last year, Tata's market share actually decreased from 64% to 38%, which was actually eaten up by combined share of JSW, MG Motor, and M&M, which had a combined of 50% from 26% last year. At the same time, in order to implement this ban of this phased ban on luxury petrol and diesel car, the major bottleneck is the lack of charging points in EVs. At the same time, the total shift towards EV would require an affordability of prices. Like for example, a Tata Tiago EV price is around 8 lakhs, It starts around 8 lakhs and goes up to 11.14 lakh, excluding showroom. While a petrol of Tata Tiago goes from 4.57 to 7.41 lakhs. So basically, a combination of policy implementation from the government for the charging points, at the same time, the affordability of the cars, only these can be the huge drivers for the growth of EV sector. Otherwise, I can't see
EV
this
sector,
going
okay.
ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a huge news that about Supreme Court has suggested that high-end petrol cars. I don't know
Yes.
what is the relationship directly. They might be saying that because these high-end petrol cars or diesel cars are consuming a lot of petrol and diesel.
Yeah,
That is
meaning it
affecting
is
them.
like they are saying ICE, internal combustion engine. So basically that is creating a lot of pollution, air pollution. So that's the reason actually there is something called Niti Aayog Yojana where government wants to completely phase out petrol and diesel car to EV, which is very difficult. Like I can't see that happening. But it's just that I saw the news, so I thought that let me see as to what government is doing at the same time what the companies are doing. But actually, a combination of both these only can drive an EV sector. That's what I think.
Yes, combination. Yes, I'm not sure why this news was out and what is that. Suddenly, why high-end cars are in between?
Because they
There
want
is
to
no.
completely shift, because the government wants to completely shift from petrol to EV. So they want to completely shift that. That's what I'm saying. So that's why they want to start with the high-end cars. And then come slowly they want that's something which they want to which the government wants to do, like by like it has zero emission policy and all those stuff. I'll read about it more, but yeah.
Sir,
I
actually,
think
it was given that there are much alternatives in high-end vehicles of EVs.
Yes,
So,
that
so
also is
SC is saying that just ban them out because it won't affect much of the population. That
yeah.
is the reason given.
Correct.
Yes.
Because EVs in luxury, there is no much alternatives for ICE vehicles. That is what it is given.
That is what they are saying. Correct. You have already a high-end battery already the large battery for high-end cars. Even I think Mercedes and BMWs have said that they
Yes.
will phase out all their high-end cars. So,
Yes,
we are.
actually, the growth of Mercedes and BMW cars also are around 200% year on year.
Yes,
The
and they have
sales.
said that and they have said that the electric portion in their portfolio is increasing. But here now entirely comes again to Tata Motors, JLR. They have the highest high-end cars in their portfolio. You talk about JLR, so they have a V8 engine. Now, they have a V12 engine. V12 means 12 cylinder engines. Now that has been phased out in the entire world. Now there are V8 which is available, and the Tata Motors are the one who are making that V8 majorly portfolios. Now they are saying that this will also be phased out. Now that is why they are coming into plug-in hybrids.
Oh.
I don't know what is that, but plug-in hybrids is the one if you want a petrol car as well as electric car, because obviously electric is not that feasible, entire electric. So they are coming up with the plug-in hybrids. Even I think the CLA, which is launching by Mercedes, they said that they will be coming up with a hybrid plug-in hybrid for CLA. Anurag, anything on the Hero? Anurag, Aditya, yeah, Q-commerce.
Yes, sir. Good morning. It was just a small update that there is around 20% reduction in fees for quick commerce players. So already the fees was cut by 31.6% from early 2024, and now there is further decline of by 19.2%. And so the earnings per order is now standing at around in the range of 15 to 27 rupees. And this nearly 20% reduction in fees is due to removal of handling and search fees by Zepto and Instamart. At the same time, to protect the margins, what they are doing is the increasing batch size, and by this they want to they are reducing the delivery cost by around 18%. But what I expect is that there could be a compression in revenue and margins, because even though you are reducing the uh, delivery fee, but still there is competition, so everyone will deduct their fees, and therefore it may hurt revenue and margins.
As it is a fukad mein de rahe wo log. They are just getting the market share of from people.
Yeah, so they are maintaining their momentum of preferring growth over margins, and it is just getting more worst. The competition is
More
getting
worst, yes. Yeah. So that's what the one who survives over here, it's your PE investment. Like, you invest for long term out of the three, Zepto, Swiggy, and Zomato. Zomato has turned profitable. Swiggy is still into loss making. Zepto is the one again making the profits of Zomato to go into negative because of pre-order. I'm not sure. I don't use Zepto, guys. Do you guys use Zepto?
Sir, just to add, as you guys say, Zepto is in profit. Sorry, Zomato is in profit. So the Zomato's quick commerce arm has not reduced fees
Yeah.
till now. These two players have only reduced, but if it is prolonged, then Zomato will also have to reduce the fee.
But Zomato's, the Blinkit is already loss making only. Zomato's
Okay.
food business is profitable.
Okay, okay.
Blinkit, the Instamart जो है, sorry, Instamart उनका जो Blinkit है ना, वो loss
Blinkit.
making नहीं है अभी तक.
Okay.
Food business has become profitable. Swiggy is basically, majorly Swiggy is not into food. Now it has come up into that dine out and all. But
सर
Zomato is there
जोमेटो का
from
एक और आर्म है हाइपर फ्यूरियन करके
Hyperpure.
B2B है.
हाँ, correct.
Sir, and I also had a second update on cafe norms. Can I present?
Yeah.
So the latest update on cafe norms is that the auto players are now seeking a super credit of at least 4, while the current draft is proposing a 3 super credit. So as we all know that till now the scenario is the auto industry is divided on cafe norms over the small car issue, but they seem to be united in terms of advantaging EVs over hybrids and flex fuel by proposing at least 4 of super credits instead of 3. So what they're arguing is that the draft says that flex fuel and plug-in hybrids have been proposed 2.5 super credit. So the gap is just of 0.5 between EV and hybrids. And so there is no much commercial viabilities for EVs. And so they are arguing that since EVs are much more environmentally viable, it should have at least 4 of super credit. So just to explain in brief, super credit is it dilutes the denominator and brings the average emissions down. Because if there are 4 super credits, then if you sell one vehicle, it will be considered as you have sold 4 vehicles, and so the average comes down.
So these cafe norms are, a lot of things are coming out of this. But yeah, that day even Rishabh was talking about that this hybrid vehicles will reduce the emission. I
Yeah.
think that is what they are focusing on.
Yeah,
I will
hybrid.
majorly say.
What industry is saying is hybrid does reduce the emissions. So it is the emission is directly proportional to fossil fuels used. So if instead of pure fossil fuel, if we dilute it, then it is called hybrid, and so the emissions decreases. But if it is EV, then there is a lot of reduction in emission. So that's what the auto industry is telling, that environmentally it is very good as compared to hybrid. So we want more of super credit as compared to 2.5.
Okay. So I think this entire Cafe 3 is towards pushing toward hybrid. I am damn sure this will happen because what I have seen in the past so many years that government has always favored Maruti. I don't know why. What is the problem with Maruti? If they hire or they they employ, because the employment generation by Maruti is quite huge. But I feel that this is what is going on. Let's see what happens. They are saying small cars will get impacted and they should be relaxed. The cafe norm, cafe 3 norm should be relaxed, and it is coming in 2027. Still 1 year to go. Unnecessarily creating panic. This will not pan out. Okay. Okay, guys. So for the news, anyone else wants to say? Okay. Getting Shubham is not there. Shubham.
Sir, since there was no call yesterday, I would like to
Mhm.
give one more development in online food delivery, because it's yesterday's news. So just like cafe norms in auto industry, there is a discussion about packaging norms in online food delivery. Because as we know that the India's weather is mostly humid, and therefore the BIS is considering to uh, reassess the packaging materials which is used, because it gets leaked to the food items delivered. And so just like cafe, it may hinder the future growth. So what was told yesterday is that there was 27.3 CAGR growth expectation over the 9 years, but it may get reduced if this new standards get implemented. By how much percentage it is still not given, but yeah, this is the update.
Okay, guys, to sum up again, we are yesterday there was also inflation news. Inflation was at lifetime low in India. It has fallen to some months low again. It is under the RBI comfort level of 4%. So it was a news again. So it will use for the FMCG. That day we are talking about higher monsoon, higher winter. So I'm not sure whether I read this news in the call that because of that extreme weather in India and expected to be on a um, cool temperature in India, the production or maybe the consumption increases of the woolen clothes. Plus, as I said, now you eat more in during winters. So this company is all now. What will happen that since you don't buy new, let's say if you don't want to buy a new cloth, but just because of the winter you go and buy a new cloth. So even the fashion industry is ramping up for the winter season. So I've seen the people saying that Mumbai is also turning a bit cold, which is not happening usually. So
Yes, it is a
again a
little.
sector to look at. Yes, I'm not in Mumbai, but I have heard from people that no, it was cold. My dad that they said that I didn't on the fan in the afternoon. Means actually it is cold in Mumbai. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. So fine. See
Sir,
you tomorrow in the class. Yeah.
sir,
Yeah.
a small doubt. That's
Yeah.
Tata entered into hybrid industry. I know that Maruti and Toyota were the one who producing hybrid cars. As Tata entered,
You're asking or saying?
I'm asking that whether Tata entered into hybrid.
No, Tata has not yet entered. Hyundai has said that they will enter into the industry.
Okay.
Hyundai has said that they will come up with 3 hybrid models in the coming years.
Okay.
Sir,
So
just to add on,
Sorry,
just to
Satyaraj is
add
saying
on
that.
Tata stick into that
Aditya, 1 second.
EV lineup.
Sorry, Satyaran.
Will Tata stick to their EV lineup or will they enter into hybrid also?
Not sure, Satyaran. They actually have a plug-in hybrid in the Jaguar range, the Land Rover range, but it is quite expensive. Not sure whether they will come in that range. Not sure.
Okay.
They have not mentioned anything.
Okay.
Yeah, Aditya.
Sir, yeah, just to add on that inflation news, though we know that inflation was at a lifetime low, 0.25, but the exception was the edible oil, the major input of the FMCG companies we track. It is still around 10 to 11%. And to add to this, in today's news, it was given that the import bill of oil in the oil year, which is October to September, it has increased by 22%, and within it the volume increase is only 0.3%. So and almost entirely has come due to price increases. The bill has increased due to price increases.
Yes.
So the cost means cost pressures still remain on FMCG companies.
On FMCG company. Yeah, it is into the edible oils specifically. I will talk about specifically FMCG companies who are into pulses and all. Means regular eating food, which use pulses or maybe farm equipment like atta and all. Like example biscuits, Britannia also mentioned that because Britannia में oil use नहीं होता. So Britannia है, Nestle है, they don't use oil. HUL does use, Marico is using. There is an issue with that oil part. So
GCPL
wherever
is
oil
also
is important, GCPL is also correct into. So there are specific FMCG companies that will benefit specific FMCG companies which won't. So that is why I said now product profiling is very important. Company profiling. Need to understand what companies, what products companies are making. Okay. Okay, guys, any
Yes.
doubts?
Yes,
Sir, I have one doubt.
Yeah, perfect.
Sir, can I take Colgate-Palmolive for equity research modeling?
No. Colgate doesn't have a comparator.
Sir,
Why you
Dabur
want
is
to take
there.
Colgate? Why
Dabur
you
is
want to
there.
compete? How much
Sir,
portion of the Dabur comes from toothpaste?
Sir, I will have to look into that.
And then Colgate doesn't have a comparator because Colgate is the largest player, 90% market share. Why you want to take Colgate first? Tell me the question. Why Colgate?
Sir, because I have invested in it.
That is not the answer you give in interview. You make it and
Sir.
make it for your own self then.
Okay.
Achha, why you invested? Okay, let me ask you. Why you invested in Colgate?
Sir, it is a stable business and also it has free cash flow. Then and dividend is also good.
So I am earning a salary of 1 crore. I am stable. Okay. Now how will I grow? नहीं बस हो गया सर, जिंदगी में 1 करोड़ कमा लिया, बहुत कर लिया लाइफ में. Why then Mukesh Ambani and Elon Musk are working? Are they working for growth or sustainability?
Growth, definitely.
Then where is the growth?
Sir, I have actually punched the data for 4 companies. Dabur, Godrej Consumer, HUL, and TCPL.
Okay.
So, sir, from these 4, then I'm not sure.
Find one companies. Have you made a company profile on all the 4?
Yes, sir, I punched the data and I'm currently doing the sector analysis.
If someone asks you, what is Tata Consumer? How is Tata Consumer different from Godrej Consumer? What is your answer?
Sir, I will have to analyze it.
No, you should have a report. Na? That's for the company profile जो मैंने बोला था first C session में बनाने को. You have to make company profile of 4 companies. Or else how will you understand what is the difference between TCPL and numbers? तो punch किया, अभी numbers punch के क्या करना है? Fine, you have punched numbers now.
Then I have to look at the margins, like how
ठीक है, पता चल गया.
margins are different.
अरे पहले तो कंपनी, अरे why is आशुतोष different and आदित्य different? क्योंकि दोनों के मार्क्स अलग है इसके लिए. मार्क्स क्यों अलग है?
Products are different.
तो प्रोडक्ट तो
of
वो
the
कौन
companies.
बताएगा प्रोडक्ट्स कौन है? करेक्ट. So that you have to tell ना first. So that is why company profiling is very important. You have to understand the company. Don't understand the company, making models on it is of no use. वैल्यूएशन करो, क्या फायदा? तुम बोल रहे हो कोलगेट लोगे, क्या फायदा कोलगेट लेके? उनको उसका कॉम्पिटिटर नहीं पता कौन है. जो किया था, इतना बड़ा product profile we made, about company profile, that is very important. Now we have punch numbers, fine. Now use that numbers to make a company profile. Quarterly numbers डाले होगे या revenue breakup किया होगा, that's fine. कि revenue में, let's say if your Dabur is into health supplements, so what are the products in health supplement? What is the price of that? What is the revenue breakup if given? What was the growth in the last few years? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Guys, any other doubts? To wrap up?
Yeah, excuse me, sir.
Yeah, Praful.
Sir, I just want to ask, जो सर हम फाइनेंशियल मॉडल बना रहे हैं, जिसमें आपने होटल से लिया था डेटा, एंड मैं सर सेम वही TCPL पे बना रहा हूँ. तो जब सर हमने ग्रॉस एसेट शेड्यूल बनाया था, तो उसमें सर ओपनिंग के बाद आपने ऐड किया था एक्वायर थ्रू बिजनेस कॉम्बिनेशन प्लस एडिशन. देन हमने
मैंने
उसमें
कुछ
से
ऐड नहीं किया था. मैंने कुछ ऐड नहीं किया था. वो वैसे का वैसा उधर लिखा था. I have
या
not added
बैलेंस
anything.
शीट से, या बैलेंस शीट से
हाँ.
सर. पर सर
Yeah,
जब
yeah,
मैं
correct.
TCPL से कर रहा हूँ, तो यहाँ पे ना मल्टीपल आइटम्स है सर. तो हमको सर ये सारे इंक्लूड करने हैं क्या जब हम TCPL का बनाएंगे?
नहीं, हमको सिर्फ एडिशन वाले, वो तो सिर्फ हमारे लिए ना. हर बार थोड़ी एक्वायर होगा.
ओके ओके ओके. जैसे सर
हर बार थोड़ी
TCPL में
एक्वायर नहीं.
यहाँ पे सर
हाँ.
जैसे मल्टीपल्स में एक्विजिशन थ्रू बिजनेस कॉम्बिनेशन, देन एडिशन है, देन डिस्पोजल भी है, एडजस्टमेंट्स भी हैं सर.
नहीं, तो एडिशन इज इम्पोर्टेंट. बाकी सब फ्यूचर में नहीं लेना है. सिर्फ एडिशन का ही नाम लेना है.
ओके ओके. और
कि
उसमें
हर
से
साल
सर
कितना आया है.
रिड्यूस कर देना डिस्पोजल वाला.
नहीं, फ्यूचर में कुछ नहीं करना है. हाँ, हिस्टोरिकल में ऑब्वियसली रिड्यूस करना है. डिस्पोजल
ओके
इज प्लस. ओके. बाकी सब
ओके
एडिशन होंगे.
ओके ओके ओके
ओके. और वो नंबर टैली होना चाहिए तुम्हारा.
ओके सर. ओके
ओके.
ओके. थैंक यू.
Okay, guys. Hello.
S-
Yeah.
Sir, Shubham this side, sir. Today is my first day. Like I enrolled
Okay.
yesterday, so I'm not aware of this. Like we have to make model, start making model.
No. These are students from the last batch. You have to just first now focus on making newsletters.
Okay.
And जो 4 sessions जो हुए हैं, just go through it. Tomorrow there is a session you can join. ना, you can. हम तो company profiling कर रहे हैं. Okay. But
Okay,
you have to
fine.
go through the 4 sessions. तो 4 sessions में मैंने कोई task दिया है. And company सब ना group description के link पे है. Group description में सब link है. Where you know how to write newsletters, market tracker. तो वो हमारे daily task है. मार्केट
Okay.
वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग का सैंपल न्यूज़लेटर भी कैसे लिखना है वो बताया मैंने. रिजल्ट अपडेट एंड न्यूज़लेटर राइटिंग, देखो वहाँ पे भी है, सब है हमारे.
हाँ सर, ठीक है.
ग्रुप डिस्कशन में. हाँ, तो वो एक बार वीडियोस देख लेना.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Sir,
हाँ दीदी.
hello.
हाँ दीदी.
Sir, can I call you for just 2 minutes after call?
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, sir.
Give a WhatsApp call. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.